Well, I wanted to show you the t-shirt quilt, and before I move it, I want you to once you get a section done, even up your edges with the front, the batting, and the backing, and just sew, not even a regular seam allowance, but as close to the edge as you can get. Just sew those sections together so that you can start piecing the next one on. Now I'm going to kind of back up and show you what it looks like, or how you're going to put this together before you sew this section on here. This will be flipped over facing the right way, so that, and this is upside down to you because I'm doing the bottom, but anyway, you put it face down, and then the back would look like the backing facing the backing, and then the batting on the back side of the backing, and then you sew that all together like a sandwich all the way across. And then when you open it up, your quilt already has its batting and backing going, and as you can see, I'm almost done with this because I've been doing quilt as you go. So the back is all done, the batting's all there, the top's on, and as I get each section or row, I'm trying to either quilt down the lines or across. I did around this glove to just kind of make it puff up a little bit or get a little more detail. I did the lines in this baseball just to give it a little more detail. And so now I'm trying to get this one here at the top, he has it on already. This was the last row of t-shirts. I used scraps of the t-shirts to give a little border because I needed it to be a little longer so that it didn't end up a square. And so I did a little border at the top, kind of embellished it a little bit. And so we'll go on to the next thing. Well, as you can see, I have my backing fabric, batting, and for these borders I'm using the t-shirts, and I made a border out of t-shirt pieces. So this is going to go on this part. These two are going to go on the back. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to stack them up. We're going to stack up the backing with the batting and get the edges lined up on it. And it sticks pretty good to the batting, so once you get it on there straight, it should stay, even though you're moving it around. So we're just going to keep going all the way down, and I'll trim off any excess. Now this is going to, now if your batting, or your backing, sorry, has a design on it, you're going to have to make sure that it's right side up once you flip it. So, but this doesn't have one, it's just kind of a random design. So we're going to make that stay. This is going to go on the back, so we're going to put this here, and then we're laying down the quilt on top of it so that it's backing against backing, so that when you flip it, that's going to be the back of the quilt. And then we're going to take this border piece, and as you can see, I have something written on this, and because this is upside down, because I'm working on the bottom, I want this to be facing the same direction as everything else, so it's got to be upside down to me. And then I'm gonna line it up and flip it over so it's face down right where it needs to be. Line everything up as far as your front to front. Make sure your batting's in there and the backing to the main section. And then you want the backing for this border, and the batting should be the last part there. And then what you're going to want to do is go all the way down the quilt and pin it, and make sure that you have everything in there. There should be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things in that seam when you sew down. And I'll tell you, sometimes it can get pretty thick, but you just want to pin it all the way down, and then you can go ahead and sew it, and then when you flip it, it's going to be what you need it to be. And like I said before, make sure that first you sew down that edge, and before you start trying to put it together. And then you just keep working that way, quilt as you go. I'm going to put borders around the edges. Gold is going to go next around there, and it works the same way. I have the batting and the backing already cut, and then a wide blue border, and then I just have to put the binding on and I'll be done. So I'm getting closer. I only have 1 week to go before his birthday, so it's getting close. I'll see you next week, and hopefully it'll be done. Have a good